our beach theme continues, and we have a great little song. It's very short, and it's like a rum-sum-sum, if you've ever heard that song. But there are beach words to it, and there's 3 beach animals that we need to learn how to make the motions for. This song is called The Big Sea Star, and it's just like a rum-sum-sum. So we are going to make a big sea star, and we're going to make a little cuddle clam, and we're going to make a puffer fish, and this is the fun one because we make our cheeks nice and big. A puffer fish. Can you do that? Hope you don't do that at school or at church, but at home maybe it's okay. Let's try our song now. A big sea star, a big sea star. You can bring your legs apart too. Let's start over and bring our legs apart too. But Miss Donna won't do that because she's wearing a dress. Okay. A big sea star, a big sea star, a little cuttlefish and a big sea star, a puffer fish, a puffer fish, a little cuddle clam and a big sea star, a puffer fish, a puffer fish, a little cuddle clam and a big sea star. Now that you have the idea, shall we do it one more time? I bet you know it even better the second time through. A big sea star, a big sea star, a little cuddle clam and a big sea star, a puffer fish, a puffer fish, little cuddle clam and a big sea star, a puffer fish, a puffer fish, a little cuddle clam and a big sea star. That was lots of fun. Our book for today is Ocean. See the exclamation point? Waves for All. And it's written by Stacy McAnulty, and it's illustrated by David Litchfield. Oh my goodness, look at all the fish. You are going to love this book. It's published by Henry Holt and Company in New York. Thank you, Henry Holt and Company. The funny thing about this book is that I have to read it in kind of a beach bum kind of a voice, so bear with me. Dude, I am Ocean. You know my many names: Atlantic, Pacific, Arctic, Indian, Southern. It's all excellent me. My salt water flows across the planet as one. I'm free! Exclamation point. Do you see this hand? Earth is called the blue planet because of my epic deep water. I swirl over 71% of our world. I have no flag, no nationality. My waves are for all. I'm older than the air you dudes breathe. I've been here for about 4 billion years. Most of my salty water formed as baby Earth began chillin', as in cooling off. But some water may have been delivered by icy comets. These are the comets. Boom! Exclamation point. For millions of years, I was cruising solo. Then came land. Dry to my wet, I was stoked for this change. Life on Earth began in my epic waters, way small at first, like microscopic, man. Bacteria, algae, single-celled organisms. Those are my daughter's favorite. But life grows, changes, and gets totally interesting. Jellyfish, fish, multi-celled organisms, plant life. And like a boss, I hold some righteous records. Home to Earth's biggest animal, the blue whale dwarfs any dinosaur. Largest mountain range, meet the mid-ocean ridge. Largest living structure, the Great Barrier Reef. This beauty can be seen from moon far out. I'm rolling in riches, like gold, oil, silver, and even diamonds. I didn't know that before. I don't need pavement to be the ultimate highway. More than 50,000 merchant ships can travel my waves on a single day. I deliver food, clothes, toys, books, surfboards, and everything you dudes need. I'm a deep layered soul. Sunlight zone, that's 0 to 656 feet. Midnight zone, that's even deeper. Trenches, my deepest spot at 11,030 meters is in the Mariana Trench. I could swallow Mount Everest. Here's 2 more zones. The Abyss, that's almost 20,000 feet. And the Twilight Zone, that one's 656 to 3,281 feet. Moon controls my tides, high and low, twice a day. Harmony. And I keep Earth's climate just right. At least I try to. I am the ultimate friend, dear bro. Without me, there's no animals, no plants, no you. Do you see the deer here and the people swimming? I want people to know me. You dudes have better pictures of Mars than of my bottom. Cha, it's true. And more humans have visited outer space than my deepest spots. Awesome for outer space, bummer for me. 90% of my waters are completely dark, cold, and yet totally rad. Come explore my secrets. Check it out. Tube worms, hydrothermal vents, volcanoes. Talk about totally tubular. Sad news, dudes. I'm facing a major wipeout. Whole islands of plastic and garbage float in my waters. Whoa, not cool. Some creatures are struggling to survive. Overfishing is a major bummer. Glaciers and icebergs are melting super fast, too fast. But together we can get back in the zone. Let's find that sweet balance. I am your neighbor, your friend, your past and your future. Dude, I am ocean. And we all live happily ever after the end. That is a great book with lots of information. How to be a friend to the ocean is afterwards. Very cool. We're going to have another Ocean Animals yoga flow today. And to start out, we're going to take some nice deep breaths. And I was thinking maybe we'll use our shell. I'll listen for the ocean while we inhale and exhale very nicely and slowly. And you inhale your arms up. Exhale your arms down. And pretend that you're at the beach and you're listening to the ocean waves coming in and going out. Very calming, isn't it? So for our first ocean animal, we're going to pretend to be a lobster. Our poses will be right on over here. You'll be able to see the children doing the yoga pose, and you'll be able to see the ocean animal fuzzed out in the background where they're doing the pose. And our first one is the lobster. The more you pretend to be the ocean animal, the more fun this flow will be. So lobster is kind of like warrior one. So if your grown-up knows what warrior one is, they can help you with this. It's a little bit harder pose. You stand tall with your legs hip-width apart and your feet are facing forward, and you straighten your arms alongside your body. You step 1 foot back and you ankle it out slightly, and then bend your front knee and bring your arms straight up toward the sky and look up. You're going to pretend to be a lobster with large claws. And then if you want to pause this video, you can do it on the other side. This is another tricky pose you may need your grown-up for, because Warrior 3 is a great balancing pose. You're balancing on one leg and pretending to be a manta ray. So stand on one leg and extend the other leg behind you, and it doesn't have to go far up behind you. You can even use your toes as a kickstand in back of you so that you can keep your balance. Or you can hold onto a wall, or you're grown up. You bend your torso forward and you take your arms back alongside your body, and you're pretending to be a manta ray, coasting on the underwater current. Here's another one where you may want to pause the video so that you can switch and do it on the other side too. Our next pose is one of my favorite ocean animals. It might be one of yours too. It's the dolphin, or the dolphin pose. This is a very challenging pose. On your hands and knees now. So get down on your mat. You bend your elbows and rest your forearms on the ground with your palms flat. Now lift your knees to straighten your legs and look a few inches forward from your mat. And you can pretend to be a dolphin jumping through the waves. This is a pose that helps you prepare to do headstand, so you can inch your toes forward a little bit if it feels good in your body. Or you can just stay where you are, basically in plank with your toes. And learning how to bear weight on your forearms. That's great too. Our next ocean animal is our seahorse. I also love seahorses, don't you? So it's a kneeling pose. You kneel on your knees. You open your chest and take your arms down alongside your body. And you pretend to be a seahorse that's clinging to seaweed. So if we worked really hard in our dolphin pose, preparing for a headstand, well, then our kneeling pose is a little bit of a rest. And sometimes does your seaweed flow with the current in the ocean? So maybe your seahorse will want to flow back and forth a little bit as you kneel. And remember, if your knees are sore at all, you can put a blanket underneath them. This next pose is one I love doing in bookworm yoga. It's reverse tabletop and it's crab pose. And it's so much fun. because you come to a sitting position with your palms flat behind you and the bottoms of your feet are in front of you, and bring your bum up. And you're going to pretend to be a crab, and you'll maybe inch forward a few inches, or maybe you can crab walk across the room. I don't know how much you would like to be a crab. But you can do this for fun anytime. You can race with your brother or your sister if you want to. You can all be crabs in your family, and well, I hope you aren't crabby, but you can all be crabs, and you can race across the room and see who can do reverse tabletop or crab pose for the longest, because it's great strengthening for your arms, your shoulders, and it's great for your balance. It's a wonderful pose and lots of fun. So our next pose is our whale pose or bow pose. Here's another challenging one. You're going to roll over onto your tummy and bend your knees, and you'll be lifting your chest and reaching your arms back toward your toes. You don't have to hold on to your feet or your ankles. You can just be reaching toward your feet. And you're going to pretend to be a whale coming to the surface for air. And breathe. This gives us another chance to open up our chest and strengthen our back. Our spine loves bow pose or whale pose. After we do bow pose, it feels really great to do happy baby. So roll over onto your back. And this is sea otter pose. And you know how much fun sea otters are to watch in the zoo. Well, you lie on your back. Your chin's tucked in, you hug your knees into your chest, and then you're going to be grabbing something. It can be your pants legs, your ankles, it can be the edges of your feet or the bottoms of your feet. And you're going to pretend to be a sea otter floating in the current. No one can do happy baby without a smile on their face. When you've rolled around back and forth and around a little bit in happy baby or sea otter pose, then you're going to come to your resting pose, your shavasana, and that is our sea star pose. So you're going to lie on your back with your arms and your legs stretched out like a sea star, and breathe and rest. I hope you enjoyed Ocean Animals Yoga today. Let's finish up our time today with Aloha Oe. You know, it's a hula song, and it's also a storytime song that we've done when we used to do Bhakti Rock in the storytime room. So let's all sing it together, and you can get up and hula if you want to. Aloha Oe, Aloha Oe, story time is over, our dancing time is done. Aloha Oe, Aloha Oe, until we meet again. Thank you for joining me for Yoga and Yodels today. I'll see you soon.